Hello. Can you hear me? Okay, that's what I'm going to talk about. It's really very different from the last presenter. It's also something that our kids will need to think about, how not only do they live with the actual nature that is around us, but also with technology. So thanks so much for the introduction. Yeah, we can start with the slides. So Keecker, definitely is very different from the underwater world. It's more about the home and the image that we have and how we actually interact, not with dolphins, but with technology. And today we talk a lot about the autonomous car, which is really exciting. And what we're trying to build is autonomy in technology, not outside, but inside our homes, with devices that are able to move and interact with us very differently. The purpose of Keecker is to kind of stop us from building this nightmare of a smart home or technology that has a lot of complications, that have millions of devices in every different rooms, in different offices, and have clutter of cables and networks and things that we don't want to live with. Our goal is to imagine a home where anything is possible anywhere seamlessly. What you don't see in this picture is cables, is like black boxes, is technology that as we know it today. But with Keecker being able to move around, it can project that screen anywhere you want. It can bring you that information, that sound system, wherever you want, and it can do it in every room. So instead of having multiple sound systems, speakers, cameras, sensors, TVs in every single room, the technology moves around with us. And the examples are very similar. They're also closer to, like, for example, we don't have a dog in every room. Like, the dog walks around to us whenever we want. And we go ourselves in different rooms. We don't have to, be fixed to a particular location. And when we look back, 10 years ago, we had fixed phones in every single room, or we would have to go in one room to place a phone call. Today, it feels completely outdated because we have it in our pocket. And what we want to do is provide technology that gives you entertainment, security, but also any kind of information inside your home very easily. And that's the value of robotics, is something that is autonomous, that is smarter, is able to be independent and learn from us and also respond to our needs whenever we need it. So Keecker is kind of a representation of the smartphone, but for a collective environment where, in a smartphone, we don't have an iPhone that is connected to an iPod, to a camera, to a GPS. It's all into that one device. And that's what we build with Keecker. We believe that technology should be more integrated and should be nowhere and anywhere at the same time, like we are. We can be in one room and not have to see the technology all around. So I think there's a little video that can play. The purpose of Keecker, therefore, is projecting image, so you can have kind of great sound, great system. But it's also new use cases, like the Milky Way for the kids to go to bed to, or you waking up with a beautiful view of the beach and the sound of water, kids playing anywhere or doing Skype calls, but kind of a family way, being able to even see your home anywhere you want from your phone and talk to people in real time. It's really about trying to make homes more interactive, homes more fun, and more abilities. And so it's not just a dumb kind of projecting device. What we build with Keecker is an ability to move technology indoors. What I was mentioning the car systems is because there's GPS that greatly helps car manufacturers locate a particular car in a room or in an external environment. Indoors, it doesn't work. So how do we make it? And that's the core technology that we've built, is to be able to scan automatically a room, to be able to create its own map, to create its own environment in a home, understand it, and be able to locate and go from A to B very well, really quickly. And from that, we're able to give a new dimension to technology, which is location, context. Today, our cameras or our TVs, they're fixed and they only face one location. Tomorrow, the technology will be broadly accepting different types of sensors, like humidity, CO2 levels, temperature, scanning, presence, light, sound, movement. And when you have all that data and you can make it move around, it understands your entire context of your life, of your home, of your office. And it can therefore even at some point start to make decisions or start to independently alert you if something goes wrong in a particular place in your home or in a particular place in your office. And that level of decision-making can only happen when data is captured, mixed together, and is useful to people. So the artificial intelligence that a lot of people talk about, there's a lot of debate on that. We believe it will come at some point, but before that, we need to be able to have these types of devices, be able to move, be able to understand the human context, and from that, eventually we'll go down to decision making. And in that sense, we believe that the markets that we know today, entertainment, security, or the smart home businesses that a lot of people work with, or with the IoT or connected objects, the robotics market, that doesn't really mean anything. It means that there will be multi-sensors and multiple devices that will be autonomous. These types of devices will have additional abilities that fixed devices don't have today. And that mobility creates a lot of autonomy, and they eventually will be able to create a new kind of relationship with the devices. The fact that it moves, for example, when we bring it to people's homes or kids, the first thing they say is, like, is it a girl or a boy? Is it he or a she? Like, we've never said that to our laptops or to our tablets or to our TV. Like, we just feel it's kind of a blank piece of technology. The fact that this guy, moves, it's more like a pet. It's more something that, I want to touch or feel or interact with voice and with my smartphone. So it's a new dimension because it moves, and eventually we'll be able to understand and hear us better. And it's really exciting to see as a market it will grow because of its abilities that will be far superior from the fixed kind of basic technology that are non-personal and don't understand us as a whole. I think that's the key, is really changing the way that we as humans interact with technologies, because technology will be able to understand us much better. That comes with mimicking our abilities, and one of our abilities is movement. And we also have sight and sound and hears and almost touch in a way, because it's the scanning ability. So technology today is going to grow much faster because of all the Moore's law and everything that we know, how it is cheaper to build and put it all into one. That's what we started to do. And we're really excited about this. So I'm finished. If this lets me click, doesn't, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe you can go to the next slide if you want. And basically saying that we a small French company. We've got 20 people in the company. We are now on the market, and so welcome to visit our website on Keecker.com if you're interested, and we'll do a few demos outside. Thank you very much.